welcome. This is still SAISA MUNGA. You are absolutely welcome. Thank you so much for the love. Thank you to the new subscribers. You are the best. Thank you for the ones who started this journey with me. I couldn't do it without you. I'm really blessed that we can journey together, that we can work together, and that we can do this series together. Let's talk about relationships. Amazing. Have you seen this setup? Have you seen this centerpiece? The living room is just, and the bedroom. I'm still in love with the green and purple. Have I talked about that there's a washer and a dryer? You do not have to be worried about this weather. And the kitchen. You can walk in and do amazing things in that kitchen. You can make your best meal. And on top of that, the bathroom is still good. You're most welcome, ladies.
Thank you.
First of all, thank you for the honors. Thank you for the honors.
Thank you.
I forgot to introduce a very important person. This lovely lady. I know she's going to do her introduction, but she's the reason we are having this amazing yogurt in this series. She is the CEO. Please take it away.
Hi guys. Hey SAISA.
Hey, hi.
I am so glad to be here.
Yes.
And I'm so humbled to be here. Yes, I am Wanjiku Karuiki.
Yes.
I am the CEO Nature Wild Yoghurt.
Wacha kwanza nionje ukisemanga hivyo.
I am the CEO Nature Wild Yoghurt, and I am a mom. I want to say I am a mom to a beautiful baby girl. I am a journalist by profession.
Wow! Hey, I didn't know that. Karibu.
Hey.
This show is late. We have the CEO, a mother, and a journalist.
And a journalist, but I am also a businesswoman by passion. I say it like that because it's
Things
something
are
that
lit.
I love.
It's the Warus. It's the Warus.
It's the Wanjiku in me.
Yes. Yes.
So yes, precisely, and I'm humbled to be on your show.
Thank you.
Humbled to be on your vlog, and yes, and enjoy.
Thank you. Welcome.
Thank you so much for having me.
You're most welcome.
My name is Salaton. I am a mother to one very beautiful daughter. Her name is Wanjiku. I am in business, and I've done business and information technology as my classification, but currently working for the first crude oil pipeline in Kenya. I was married, but married for 4 years, but currently separated for about 1.5 years. Yes.
Okay. Wow. Welcome to this conversation.
Thank you very much.
Oh, still my marital status.
Yes.
Sometimes we tend to forget these things. It's not our fault.
It's
so,
okay.
and I am. Oh, I forgot to say something that is very important.
Okay.
If faith is a part of my life, I am a born again Christian.
Amen.
I am a prayer warrior. I love God. I love Jesus. He's the reason for everything. And I've been single. I'm separated for 5 years, and I've been single for 5 years. Yes.
How long were you married?
I've been married. I was married for 2.5 years.
Okay.
Yes.
All right. I think that's a blend. We have 4 years, and then we have 1 year. And I love the fact that you have something in common. You're both mothers, and I think this will enrich this conversation as we go forward. So I want us to start this conversation with trying to answer some of these myths, you know, and the one particular myth that is coming to mind is the fact that leaving means you didn't do enough, or leaving, separating from that marriage, or walking away, or being thrown out, however the situation went down, is that you didn't do your part.
Okay, having grown up in a blended family, I always loved marriage.
Okay.
Like for me, even right now, I love marriage. Marriage was my thing.
Yeah.
And I knew for a fact that I really wanted to hold that. You hear all these things. People say, oh, you know, mwanamke ni kuvumilia, mwanamke ni kunyamazia maneno, like a woman should keep those things.
Yeah.
You hear all sorts of things.
Yeah.
Even when you leave your home, people, even your own parents will be like, hey, like when you come out, when you go, you never come back. There are all those kind of things. But at the end of the day, one of the things that I knew is what, when it reaches a point that I am no longer myself,
that you're losing who you are.
Yes, I am losing who I am. That is way above the line. Like I knew I had to. It doesn't matter, because so many people told me, oh, you know, just hold on. You need to stay there. You need to try. You haven't tried your best.
Oh, yeah, try harder, stay
you're
longer.
Really giving up easily.
Yeah.
But I knew that at that point I knew that this was just too much for me. Conversation I ever had, and I keep saying I am grateful for, it's my aunt and she asked me, are you sure? You sure you want to do this?
And you have listened.
Hey,
It's a very yes.
do you know what you're doing?
Yes. You are like,
And so she told me,
where's sikia? Inaingia hivi naruka.
she told me,
Yes.
let me tell you, because my aunt told me, when it reaches a point you look at yourself at the mirror and you
have
cannot
questions.
see,
You cannot find
you
who
cannot
are.
find who you are.
Who you are or who you are at the
time-
moment. It's about
time
time.
to stop.
Okay.
As in, it's time to stop what
And
you
take
do.
that
So
breather.
that was one of the things that helped me.
Okay. Wow. But you acknowledge there was no preparation.
There zero.
None.
Zero.
Janet, what would you say about that?
Very, very true.
Yeah.
That whenever you walk into a marriage, no one talks to you about it.
Okay.
There's no preparation about it. There's no manual for a marriage. You just walk in and work with what both of you can work into together.
Yeah.
And you know that when you get into that marriage, there's no manual, yes, number one. Number two, you have to come into an agreement. The same way the Bible says, the two of you can't work together unless
You
have
agree.
agreed.
Yeah.
For example, for me, I came from a broken home.
Okay.
My parents separated for about 15 years, but they got back together in the end. But you
Yes.
see, they were separated for a good 15 years.
So for a long time.
So for a
it
long
was
time,
you.
it was just me and
your
my mom.
Okay.
Yes.
She sent me a photo of the books that she read before she walked into that relationship. And those books were about like 8. His and hers. Yani
Yeah, marriage.
naked sijui
the
marriage
marriage
was.
man.
Don't date naked.
Yeah, don't
You
date
know?
naked.
Waiting
She
until
has a whole
marriage.
she had a whole conversation about. I want to know, how did the relationship start?
Well, for us, we just got attracted to each other. You know, we met in a hospital. Me, I was going to see a different doctor. He was doing his own thing, and we just clicked from there. And we moved. I can't remember the time he asked me to be his girlfriend.
Did he even ever?
He didn't even ever ask. We
Thank
just
you.
found ourselves in it already. We already boyfriend and girlfriends, like, yeah. So I was like, then we should pick a date whenever we'll be having those anniversary celebrations, like 1 year anniversary, 2 years anniversary. So I chose to pick his birthday date because he never remembers his birthday.
Okay.
So I was like, we will pick on this day, we'll
Yes.
celebrate our anniversary,
Yes.
and we'll celebrate your birthday.
Okay.
So that's how it started. We dated for 1 year, and then after that, now we decided to move in together. And
Did he
then-
ask you to move in with him? Or
Yes, he
okay.
asked me to move. In fact, that time, I was going through some things.
Okay.
That day I was like, hey, I'm going to ask him, let us take a break kidogo. And then he came with, I've been thinking we take this to the next level. Let's move in together. I was like, eh.
Yes,
So me,
that's
I
the
was thinking
proposal.
of breaking up with you. You're like, oh, we are going to the next level. So I was like, yeah, no problem. We'll go. So yeah, we did that, and then now we did the traditional thing of the rural show, and we were blessed by our parents, and now that's how we started now living together.
Okay. Was there a proposal ama ulianza kuacha viatu huko? Hiyo siku yule ukasema siendi tena. How did it go?
What proposal? Hey.
Ama you're the one who proposed?
Bado ni fantasy.
Okay.
No, there wasn't a proposal, but in fact, we liked each other. I would say that one thing that I loved about him, and honestly, I still do till today, that he was my friend.
Okay.
Like, I tell people that we never dated for long.
Okay.
At all.
Please put it into a time frame.
15 days.
15 days. 1, 2, 3, 15 days. Those are 2 weeks.
Okay.
Those are 2
Yes.
weeks and 1 day.
By the way,
On the 15th day you moved in.
on the 15th day,
Eh.
we decided,
Eh.
let's do this. And wacha kwanza hivyo. Me, of all the people, me getting married, that idea was just
Mind blowing. Yeah, it was a lot to handle.
who is this? Like,
Yeah.
me, I'm a fun person. I used to be a party girl. So for an entire month, I asked God, is this okay?
Yeah.
Even though sometimes we get into some things and then we try to incorporate God in our
Yes,
message, he
yes.
still loved us the same.
Oh yes.
But I keep saying the funniest part is that my inner instinct was 100% at peace.
The 15th day you move in with this person and life began.
And life began.
Wow.
And we decided instantly we want a child.
Wow. How did you have that conversation?
Did you even have a conversation?
It just happened. You found yourself.
Who did that? Who did?
It's like
Him. But then he said like, so me, I told him, he was like, let's get a kid. I was like, no. Like, let me get a job. Because I had just cleared Campo. So I was like, let me get a job. Like, what is that? No, me, I want a child. Me, am I ready to give birth like me? And then I was calm about it. And then we decided, we said, hey, it is in Feb. So we conceive Feb, and then all of us will be November babies.
oh
Wow. That is conversation. So you, in the small conversation that you talked about having babies, you actually even decided you want to have a baby in November because both of your birthdays are in November, and so you wanted to also your child's birthday to be in November.
We wanted our child's birthday to be in November.
As the both of you.
And me, I'm November 30th, him November 13th, and our daughter was supposed to come November 3rd.
I need to sip on the yogurt. Have I talked about this? Because I think this show is getting late. We need. What do you think about the yogurt?
very, very tasty. Very, very tasty.
And so here, November baby. I want us to. This conversation is just. Have you heard that part? On 14 days of dating, and on the 15th day, she moved in.
And I'm glad for her. She was in it completely. Her inner peace was okay.
Yeah, and you walked in a
You
whole
know?
100%. How did your past, now that you're married, yours started in 15 days, hers started in a year's time. How did your past, you coming from a broken family, coming from a blended family, how did that come into play in these new relationships? Let's start with Janet.
For me, I was very, very intentional about my marriage.
Okay.
I had prepared myself for so long,
Yes.
reading the books,
Yes.
and knowing how I'm going to act, how my house help is not going to cook for my husband, I'm the one who's going to be cooking for my husband. All those things were in my fingertips like this.
Yes. Were you reading the Bible?
I was reading the Bible, especially the Proverbs 31.
Uh-huh.
But I was more into the practicability of it more than the reading.
Yes.
So I was like, want us to move it, say no more.
Yes.
I am there. I have arrived.
Yes.
But no, what you don't realize is no matter how much you're ready,
Yes.
my past relationship with my past life,
Yes.
with my parents,
Yes.
whenever you get into that relationship, you'll think you're mature,
Yeah.
but marriage matures you by force.
Okay.
You
Okay.
know? So when you get there,
Mm-hmm.
you'll realize, oh yes, this book, it was just
Someone's opinion.
someone's opinion.
Yeah.
But now when you're getting into it, you're inside the same house with a man. You've not been with a man in your entire life before, and you're like, oh, so you behave, so you eat like this.
Yeah.
Oh, so you live
So
like
you are
this, like
mesmerized
this.
by this man.
No, so mesmerized.
I
Because when you
do.
go for this date,
Yes.
you know, you bring your best foot forward.
Of course.
You
Of
know?
course. Yes.
Put lip gloss,
Yes.
everything.
Yes.
But now when you get into this marriage, you're like, so this is how you chew. I don't know. You know, so this is how you put your things.
Yes. Your relationship with your parents didn't work.
Yes.
You walked into this relationship with the seriousness that yours must work.
Mine
Because you
must
wanted to correct that mistake.
Exactly.
Aha. Wanjiku, coming from a blended family, how did the past play out in your relationship then?
One thing that as in I was so sure of is that I really wanted my family.
Okay.
I really,
You wanted
know,
something
I
you
did
own.
not. But me, I keep saying I had no way out. Mimi niliingia huko na roho.
Ifanye kazi, it better work. Work
It
or
better
work.
work or work. You know, I was telling myself,
Work or work.
it has no option. Me, I did not. But I never had a plan B. I never used to tell myself that there is a day I will wake up one day and walk away.
Yes.
As in, I was like, I have to make this work. Because I always loved family. I used to see, having lost my mom at a young age, I
Yes.
used to see, I used to see families, and I am like,
And you envy them.
oh, I'm like, I will want to have that for myself.
Yes.
And even as it started, as in, because you you tend to think that marriage is all about love. And it's not. No. It is more than love. And the other thing, I used to think before. It's been 5 years. It's been five years.
So you have had enough time to process.
You have had enough time to process. Love is not a feeling.
Yeah.
It's not an emotion.
Yes.
It is a choice.
Yes.
Well, I had seen some, those red flags you even see, but at the end of the day, you just tell yourself, okay, I'm also not that perfect. Exactly. But I was so sure that is what I wanted.
And you were so sure it's going to work.
And I was so sure it's going to work.
Wow. Looking at it in retrospect, after, did you feel like you didn't even want to learn what was going on in the other person's background or past, that you were so blinded for this to work, for you to have a family? You were so blinded to have a family that is your own, your small neat family, other than where you're coming from, a big family, tuko wengi, tunachanganyikana huko, tunatry kublend. Even when you blend the juice, sometimes inajigawanisha.
It's true.
Maji iko huko, orange iko huko. So that's what, so you wanted something that is yours. Yeah. Do you feel like now when you look back in retrospect, did your past come in as a baggage in this sense, and did it cloud your judgment to not look on the other person's side? Wanjiku?
I will say that right now, right now, me, I will even quote someone who has been 10 years in marriage, because later on I came to see, and this is also something. You see, I remember I said my aunt asked me, so she asked me, do you know this family? Do you know the father? Do you know who he's named after? Do you know how he has been raised? Because the relationship the relationship they have with their father, the relationship they have with their mother, will reflect on your relationship.
Yes.
If they don't have a relationship with their mother, if he doesn't have a relationship with the father, he will not have a relationship with your daughter. But now I was already 4 months pregnant.
Yes. Wow.
Is it 5 months pregnant?
So you couldn't hear anything.
For me, that part of the baggage is true. Because, for example, for me, my parents had separated.
Yes.
And for him, his father died when he was such a young person.
Uh-huh.
So both of us, we didn't have father figures in our lives.
Uh-huh.
So getting into this marriage, personally, me, I knew, I want him to be there. I want him to be the father of my children.
And sometimes you want even to double him to
as
be
a
your father for you.
And for me at that time, I couldn't realize, even for him, he also has struggles that he didn't have a father's love.
As well, yes.
He didn't know how to be a man or as a father.
Yes, because I never seen one. Yeah.
Yes, the father died when he was really, really young.
Yes.
So now that confusion of both of us, all
coming
of us in
from
the same space, we both have the same baggage. So now that became an issue for both of us. Because both of us were spoiled by our mothers, trying to overcompensate for what we didn't have.
Because both of you are coming from a single parent.
Exactly.
Uh-huh.
Yes.
Okay.
So now that makes it even
maybe
harder
for
to
the fire.
both of us.
Yes.
Me, I was spoiled with so much love. He was also spoiled with so much love. But now for him, in as much as of a mother, you cannot teach a man to be a man.
Exactly.
You need a male figure in their life.
Yes.
And for me also, in as much as I have my mom, there's some level of boundaries I'll need to put in with the husband. And I didn't see that because I didn't have that. You can't just walk into a bedroom, when there's a man. As you just walk in, you walk naked, you walk out, you about it. So even for me in my house, I just walk the way, and then my husband be like, what if my friends just walk in?
Yes.
And
it's something you didn't even know about.
I didn't even know about.
I like the fact that you're acknowledging that the preparation was not properly done. You were coming into this relationship with baggage. You had your own issues you're not dealing with. You could neither even reflect on what the other person was dealing with. I want us to talk about parenthood. At least they were sure they want to have a baby in November to fit their birthday. And it happened. Did you discuss having children, or how did you go about it?
It just happened. We found out we were pregnant.
Oh!
After moving in together, luckily for us, is just he asked me to move in with him even before pregnancy.
Okay.
So we at least had some time together before the baby came into the picture.
Okay.
So that's what happened. So we just found ourselves into it. No family planning, no nothing, because he's the first child.
Yes.
And for him,
yes,
for me, I really, really loved the fact that I was pregnant, because the year I got pregnant was the same year I lost my mom. So I was not about to lose another pregnancy because my pregnancy was very complicated.
Okay.
Yeah? So now we just found ourselves in this phase. And you know, for him, he's a doctor. And you know, doctors, they've seen it all. So me, I'm just there seated. I'm like, oh my God, you don't feel that thing? You know, we are pregnant. And my pregnancy, the docket he works in the hospital is that one of pregnancy. So it's nothing new to him.
Yes. There was
nothing.
There was no sparks.
There's no sparks
to the whole thing.
Yeah, because he has already zoyad. It's normal to him. He sees these things. So,
were you ready to be a mother?
For me, I was very ready to be.
Okay.
In fact, at some point, I was like, Kwani, what is happening?
Yeah.
You know, Kwani,
Like,
this shots are blank or what? I was so ready. And then when it happened, I was like, oh my God.
Good.
You
Because
know,
Wanjiku, were you ready to be a mother? What on?
My entire life I have been a mom.
Yeah.
I used to even to be the child that when you go to our cousin's place, I'm the one who's feeding kids.
Yes.
I am there. I'm doing
So
so even for me, even when it decided, you know, it's on Feb, so we started trying to conceive on 4th of February. And by end month, let me tell you, sometimes I keep saying, even, you know, God is the one who gives us kids. And if he did not want me to get pregnant, he would not have made me pregnant. I knew. So by the time like we are getting to end month, he's telling me, hey, let's take a test. I am like, let me tell you, I don't need to take a test because I already know I am pregnant. Because ever since I started my periods when I was in class 8, I have never, not even on a single day, missed my periods. So I was 100% sure I am pregnant.
So you were so ready?
I was so ready. Me, I did not even have
You didn't even have second guessing?
No.
Was that the same for him? Was he ready to be a father?
Yes. As in, you see, me, I keep saying, I tell people, this, honestly, it was not my idea.
Yes.
It was not my idea.
Yes.
If I said, me, I was like, no, let's get a baby.
Yes.
As in, for him,
He was ready.
That's what he wanted.
Did it make it better? Did it make it harder? Did it make it easier? Did the unit become more knit close and better? How did the coming of a daughter or the coming of a child, and both of you have daughters, what dynamic did it bring to your relationship at the time?
Well, me, it became more complicated.
Okay.
Because number one, I had a very complicated pregnancy.
Okay.
I had a condition called placenta previa. And with this condition, you cannot
Move around.
move around often, and even it affects intimate issues because you're told when it gets, you have to wait until you're certain weeks so that you can get into that. And then now when the baby came, for us we had an emergency C-section, and then for me it took long to heal. I took like about 5 months because I was still going through that process. You know, when you give birth, you know, the bodies are shedding off some fluids and all. So I took such a long time. And to him, I'm so sure it was taking a toll on him. Yeah, 5 months. When you're pregnant, nothing was happening. You've given birth 5 months, nothing is happening. Mateso too. So instead of the gelling for us, I feel it created more cracks during that period.
Okay.
And then the fact that also I felt he was maybe feeling frustrated, that, you know, that need to a man in marriage is very, very important.
Okay.
So I'm so sure even there he felt, you know, and
This
now
thing-
for me, having, you know, now that's where you start saying, you're not doing this for me, you're not doing this for me. But now to him also, he's feeling
You're
there's
not-
that need of mine that is also not being met.
Okay.
So that is what brought
a lot of things were triggered during that
season.
Okay, Wanjiku, was that the same for you or was all cruising?
Me, my 2013 was the best year.
Yeah, things were great.
Nilicheza kama mimi.
Things were great.
But then for our pregnancy, as in, you see, like, for us, we really wanted to do this. So for me, my 2013 was the best year.
Okay.
And even in our relationship, like,
was the
I would
best
say
year.
even as in anything, even in our, maybe I would say even in our sex life, it was the best year.
You enjoyed. Let's talk finances.
Yes.
Yeah, let's start with Wanjiku. Because for her, it's the health issues, it's the tough pregnancy, and at that time you also had to step down from working. So you see a lot of cracks were showing during this period, and then there's a young child to take care of. For you, after the cruising and the enjoyment and the fun, what hit the...
Hey, now you can have it. Now that here it's where it gets real.
Yes.
For me, even as we started,
yes,
our finances were okay.
Okay.
So before I decided to get pregnant, I told him, because see, I had cleared campus,
You
so
were looking for a job.
I was looking for a job. So
Yes.
I told him, no, let me get first a job. And then he was like, no, you just get pregnant, we'll get a job. And then I was like, you just know that if I get pregnant, I will stay for an entire, right now, there is no way I will go with pregnancy and it's my first job and I'm someone, even an employer will look at me and they're thinking,
you're joking.
How will I employ you?
And then pay you another 3 months when you're away.
When you're away. So I told him, if I get pregnant, I will stay. I just told him this. Maybe we never agreed. I dictated.
That's a fair point.
Yes, we never agreed. So but I told him, if I get pregnant, I will stay home during my pregnancy and I will stay an entire year bringing up my kid. Because let me tell you, if you don't know what it means not to have your mommy in your life, I tell people even right now, even if I will get a job that is paying me 10 million a month and I am not going with my daughter. I will not take that job.
So you see, for you, that was the most important thing.
That was the most important thing. So I told him for a year.
Yeah. So you want to give birth and stay for another extra year.
And raise my daughter for a year, because I will not leave her at 3 months with anyone. With just anyone. Because what I was so sure of is that I knew there was no relative who will come live with me. My sisters are in school. So
it is you.
It is me. So for us, the finances that we started were okay. So I keep saying, the shift in my marriage, the thing that really caused cracks in my marriage was when the finances cut off. Because I will always say that he was my friend. He still is my friend. Like we will meet today. If I told you we haven't seen each other for an entire year, you will tell me it's a lie. But finances changed. Finances changed for him. Like he shifted. He shifted. Everything shifted.
Is it that his finances cut off or his businesses stopped doing well, or you didn't understand that at the time? Did you actually talk about it, or you didn't?
Yeah, we did talk about it.
Okay.
But you see, I will say it all goes back to the place where how someone has been raised.
Okay.
How I never knew about his background. I never knew how his relationship with his dad. I never, all these things.
You had so many misses.
Yes, I had so many misses. So I'm reacting in this way.
Because
he's seeing like I am nagging him. Maybe I'm not appreciating. But at the
you can't even see the effort.
Yes. As in, honestly, just having you in the house, having to pay for a 2-bedroom, your daughter is just doing diapers,
eating and sleeping. You people are just consuming.
But then that, as in for finances,
is what cracked.
I know that is 100% sure. That is what cracked. And
and at this point in time, you didn't have money yourself.
I didn't have money. I'm in the house. There is nothing I can do. And you see, as a woman, let me tell you something else. I tell women right now, even if you will get married right now, please do not shut off your friends. As a woman, you get married, you are like, I'm a married woman.
Yeah,
I cannot talk to anyone.
I cannot talk to the single one.
I don't even have friends.
Yeah.
You were married. I was married
to your prince.
Yeah. Why I shut off. Even if I had a problem of 200, I would not have called anyone and tell them, hello, I SAISA, help me with 200. How? Even my own dad.
Yeah.
My own dad knows. I live well.
Yes.
My hubby drives a car.
Yes. Yeah. You have everything together.
I have never called my dad to ask him for a shilling. And that is one of the mistakes that we women do. That when you get married, you think you are in an island of which you're not. That is an expectation that should be burnt in hell.
Thank you, Wanjiku. Janet, did the finances play a role?
Finances played a very big role even in our relationship, because when I became pregnant, he was about to finish his residency
at the hospital.
So that now he gets another job. Now he becomes a consultant. So during that time, we were earning almost the same amount. I was working in a bank, he was working in a hospital. I knew how much he used to earn, he used to know how much I earned.
Yeah, but now you're no longer earning.
But now, with this pregnancy,
You're no longer.
now I was no longer, I mean, because I left work when I was about 4 months pregnant in it. And that's when he was leaving this residency, now moving to the unknown. We didn't know exactly where he's going to land in terms of his career, where he's going to get a job. So, luckily, he got an invitation to a very good hospital out of Nairobi, and he took it. I told him, take it. I am not working. When this baby comes, I have nothing, there's nothing that I'm doing, and because I'm at home, I will take care of this child for about a year. That's the same thing I had in mind, because he's out of Nairobi. So I was like, you take the job, when the baby comes, we'll move with you to wherever.
Yes.
So I was like, where you go, me I go.
Hey, your people
My
shall be your
follow-
people.
Yes, your people shall be my people. So I was so much into making this work.
Yes.
So the baby came in, where he went, he got like triple what he was getting here in Nairobi. When he got there, things changed. The way I used to know how much he's earning is like, now it's my money. It's my money. You're at home. You're a stay-at-home mom. You take care of the child. Anything you need,
I'll provide.
I will provide.
And did he do it?
And in Providence, he was
did.
very excellent in that department. So now when you got there, payslip, I never saw any of his payslips ever since now when we moved to the other side.
Okay.
So now I don't have my money. This chama money is, you're thinking, my God, I don't have a secret account. So I just put it, I have 8,000. So what do we do with it? But now for him, it's like...
What is 8,000? It's
No, what
pocket
is
change.
Pocket change. That is what is 8,000 to him, yeah?
And you is your whole money.
That is my whole money. This is Chama. It has given 8,000.
Yes, you are excited. Yeah. You have something.
So I was like, okay, it's fine. So, but for him, the fact that he used to provide, that was okay. But the darkness of before, when you were dating, when we were living with each other before, we
or
used
even
to
when
know
you both had money.
So it was so open.
The fact
This is what
that
I'm bringing to the table. This is how much you're bringing to the table, and at least we both knew what we wanted to do with the money. Yeah. So with this finance thing, so I was like, okay,
you didn't understand what was going on.
Yeah, what was really going on.
And the both of you can agree on that fact that you are both alone, yet you're married. You're both alone, but yet you're married.
Yes.
Where was God in all this? Did you have a relationship with God then? And or was there God featuring in this relationship at the time? Because that
The most interesting thing, I would say that he used to pray more than I used to pray.
Okay.
I have been brought up in a Christian family, but I wasn't, as in I would say, I wasn't a born again then. As in my prayer life was, thank you God, thanks, give it, yeah. Like I will not say that there are days that I really cried out to God. I did, because I also had this attitude. I will also say that having been raised by a dad, I am not the kind of woman who would seek attention from a man. Like,
so you do not involve.
No,
God,
I did. I was like,
yeah,
you do me, I do you.
What?
Yes.
For me, when I met this man, I was a church girl.
Okay.
I was in the music ministry in church. I was a BGV and sometimes leading worship. And then this man is Catholic.
Okay.
So now the dynamic of changing the doctrines from being a Protestant to Catholic. Yeah, but I was so much into making this work that when we started dating, I dropped this ministry. I started going to Catholic.
You even stopped serving.
I stopped serving.
Catholic.
Me, I went to Catholic.
Yes, what is it? She's in a marriage.
I was in a, and that's when we were even dating. But in my head, I was like, you live and cleave. So we used to go to the same church. So now the dynamics of that change, and now moving into a different county. I don't have my church in that county. So
it strained your relationship with God.
My relationship with God, because now I'm here trying to blend in, to learn the Catholic faith, to learn the doctrines, to learn that we pray through the novena. All those. You don't read all the dynamic, the doctrines of Catholic. But I was so much into it because he was an altar boy. He was very. In fact, when we were dating, I was like, Mimi, ukingoja nibadilishe kanisa, wewe ndio utahama ukuje Catholic. And I was like, no problem. So now at that time, yes, I used to pray, but I was confused because I was already into this Catholic. Now I'm learning to learn how to pray with the novenas. I'm learning how they do their things, the masses and all those things. So now it became of a confusion state. But now for him, he never used to go to church. Now that is where my confusion.
So he's Catholic, but he's not going to church.
Yes, because I was like, I have changed
Yes.
to blend in, to fit in
Yes.
in this union, so that we can become a unit.
Yes.
So now for me the confusion started like, sasa wewe ndo unafaa kunionyesha njia.
Na
Haunionyeshi njia.
haendi.
You know, so it became very confusing to me. But one day, after all this fighting and all these things, I just went to church. One day in the country we were in, I took myself to on a Saturday during the day. Me, I went there in front. They were washing the church ready for Sunday. I just prayed and told God, me, I don't know what I'm doing here. I don't even know how to pray to you. Me, I know to pray the other way. Yeah, but
Here I am.
starting today, me, I'll be coming to church. If he does not want to come,
I'll come.
me and my daughter, she was about 4 or 5 months. I will come. We will be coming ourselves. So now with that decision that I made, every 7, for Catholics they go very early. They have early masses. So 7 a.m. I used to prepare myself. My baby was still sleeping. I would not even wake him up, because again the relationship with God is personal.
Very personal.
Now for him I can't start pushing him. See, even
It's very
him is
personal.
a God. So me told myself, me and my baby will be coming ourselves. So we used to go. So it figured a point. It's like, hebu ni set hata mimi alarm kesho saa moja tunatoka pamoja. So that's how it started. Yeah. So he also started coming, but strongly believe we were not on the same page when it came to God. Personally, for me, I lost my way. I was trying to see how I fit in and how I will gel in, but I was 100%. But during that period of you're having issues, I was like, even you God, so you know the end from the beginning. So you saw this happening. Why are you not working into it?
Yeah.
So that's
I like you were lost, but you knew there was God.
There was God.
And like her who had an attitude about the whole thing. Let's talk about how did you live? How did you get to a point of living?